Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. I think that you guys are all going to be blown away by the information I'm sharing. Really quick, I want to wait for a few more people to show up. Just make sure that you're commenting below on where you're from and tell me about the kids in your life. How many do you have and what are their ages? Let me know in the chat. Okay, we're going to get started right away. So welcome. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Really appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. So you're in the right place if you're looking for something to help you bring in income from home, but also if you want to make a difference in your community. Let me close this out really quick. Okay. First of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Janine, a mom of 7. My oldest is 13. In this picture, my 7th wasn't born yet, so he's in my belly right now, in this picture anyway. And so he is 9 months now. So 9 months and 13 years and all in between, right? I've done a lot of different things, you guys. I've done in-home daycare. I've taught preschool. I've been a stay-at-home mom. I worked at a car dealership. I was a student for a while, but none were as fulfilling or as fun as what I do now, and none offered me the time freedom that I was really craving. So let's chat about starting your own book business while supporting your community at the same time. But first, I want to hear from you. Let me know what made you come here tonight. I'd love to hear. So we have Heidi from California. She has 2 kids, ages 10 and 7, and Marina, is that how you say it? Marina. She lives in South Texas, and her bookworms are 6, 10, and 14. Awesome. Perfect. I have those ages except 14. You have a older kid than me. I was a little worried about the teenage years, but actually it's getting better than the preteen years. So I'm thankful for that. So if you guys stay until the end of the training, you'll be entered to win a free book, which is pretty fun. So make sure you stay. It'll be really quick, I promise. And I will get to your questions as well. So no matter what you want to do, whether it's pay off debt, make a car payment, your mortgage payment, or creating a whole new life, you can do it because I did. I did it with tons of kids, right? I did it while homeschooling them, and I did it while not knowing nothing about how to grow a team or any sort of business background. I joined 6 years ago because I love the product and there was no risk, which I will talk more about that later. But I also joined because I was really tired. I was tired of working so hard and pouring my heart into whatever I was doing with little return and little gratitude basically from the people I was serving. Not only that, I had to stick to a really rigid schedule. I remember having to wake up at 5 in the morning, and then my day would end at 9, and I was just so exhausted. Sometimes I have to stay up till later than 9, but it was tough. And I'm sure some of you guys might be in the same position. So tell me in the comments, what is most important to you? Is it your time? Is it your income, or is it your emotional well-being? Let me know in the chat. Okay, now I must say that not everyone experiences the same success. Nothing is guaranteed. It wasn't always easy, but I don't want to be the only one up here on this stage. I want to share this journey and all of the benefits, including the income that comes with it. The opportunity is huge, and there are several other women who are at the top of the company right along with me on the team. So I'd love to have you up there as well. Heidi says her time, absolutely. So let's step back to when I first joined. I didn't really understand the amazing mission behind what I was doing. I just knew I had to try something different. So before we get into the business, I'd like to share a little bit about what Usborne Books and More is doing for children in the country. Here are just a few of the scary realities we're facing as a nation. 2/3 of students who cannot read at grade level by the end of the 4th grade will end up on welfare or incarcerated. 1 in 10 kids grow up without learning to read, and that results in 32 million adults who are illiterate and cost taxpayers billions of dollars. And guess what would help that immensely? I'd love to see what you guys think in the chat. Marina says time for sure. Absolutely. So what would help that is just 20 minutes of reading each day. I really don't think that parents understand the benefits of having books in the home and reading those books aloud to their kids. So with that, I want to talk about how much books matter, especially book ownership. Statistics show that children with 500 or more books in the home will go on to make almost an extra $1 million over their lifetime than those who don't, which is crazy, right? A lot of money. But not only that, just the emotional and the social benefits of reading are immense. So I'd love to tell you a little story about a book that I read. It's called the Read Aloud Handbook. If you guys have not read that, you have to grab that. It's amazing. And there was a story about a little girl, her name was Jessica, and her parents decided to commit to reading to their kids, to their daughter every single day. They wanted to read 10 books each day, and they decided to read to her even before she was born. But she was actually born early, and she was in the NICU for several weeks, 7 weeks to be exact. And her parents decided to read to her in the NICU and, throughout her young adult hood. And then when she got into school, she was at the top of her class. She had the highest grades in reading by the first grade. She had an IQ of over 100. But here is the kicker. She was born with Down syndrome, and the doctors had a really bleak outcome for her. So it was just amazing. She actually graduated from high school in the Honor Society, and even beyond that, she graduated from college with her, a degree in art, and she's a talented artist now in her adulthood. So isn't that just amazing? I think that, sometimes we think, 10 books is a lot, but if you think about it, Jessica had Down syndrome. So if we just do a little bit of that, if we just commit to just a tiny bit of that, think about all the benefits that our kids reap throughout their lifetime. So amazing, right? So in order for children to read more, they need more access to books, and that's where you can help. So let me know if you're excited to learn about how you can spread the love of books and get paid at the same time. Who would like to learn more? Marina says, great. 100% yes. Heidi says yes, excited. Wonderful. Thanks guys for the comment. Love, I love it. It makes me want to share it that much more. So there are multiple ways you can impact your community while earning an income, partnering with the United States premier publisher, Usborne Books and More. When you start your book business, you have access to all these programs and more. Not only can you promote literacy online by sharing books on your social media accounts, you can do preschool nonprofit book fairs, cards for a cause fundraisers for your church or your scouts or another organization. You can do book drives for people, hospitals, or organizations in need. You can even do vendor events or partner with local stores for story time. In addition to all these programs, you can become certified to introduce our books to schools and libraries. So there are so many opportunities out there, you guys. And the most important thing is to make books cool again. Make parents aware of the benefits of reading to their kids. So just by promoting literacy, you're helping that in the wider community and having a real impact on future generations. So here is a little bit of info about team leader Bailey. This is her experience with Usborne Books and More. She says, this business has been a tremendous blessing and gives us the wiggle room that makes life a joy. She said she instantly fell in love with the books, but she knew she couldn't afford even a single one. She's so glad she decided to host a home show and went through with the event, even though she only had 4 friends attending. Each of those 4 friends ordered, and she also hustled to get on the phone to get orders over the phone from those who couldn't make it. Her show ended up with over $400 in sales, and she used every penny of her free books, but she couldn't even afford half-price books due to her tight budget. When her books arrived a couple weeks later, she knew she had to take action. She joined, she filled her calendar with events, and she earned several of the new consultant rewards. She took her husband on the first ever vacation for free, Alaska. Awesome, right? So she earned a trip for free, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But when she joined, her income was just covering her girls' gymnastics classes. And now, as she built it up, she now covers her rent, car payments, insurance, and sometimes even more. She can take a weekend road trips as a family at the drop of a hat and treat herself to fancy shoes or makeup. And her husband has been able to join a local jiu-jitsu gym with unlimited classes. So she is just loving the, time freedom and the financial freedom that the business has been giving her. Awesome team leader, Bailey. Thank you so much for sharing your story. So let's chat about how many consultants there are in the US. We are in desperate need of more consultants. The industry is just waiting for more motivated people who want to make a difference in their communities. Right now, there are only about 40,000 active consultants in the US. And this might sound like a lot, but let's compare it to these other companies. So Paparazzi Jewelry has over 200,000 consultants, and this is actually last year. So that's pretty crazy. They probably have double that amount now. But books are something that you can't duplicate or get anywhere else. They're copyrighted. They're like works of art. And our books are top sellers in the US. We sell more nonfiction than any other publisher. So check out this next company, Mary Kay. I'm sure you've heard of that. They have over 1 million consultants in the US. That's makeup. So there are so many people selling different kinds of makeup. It's crazy, right? And you can get it at the store, and there's so many options. But guess what? All these companies actively promote, including Mary Kay, actively promote people to the highest level of achievement. So it's not about how many consultants. It's really about your unique story and your impact, and how you can help the community that you impact. So it's really, wide open. There's so many opportunities. Whenever I ask, have you heard about Usborne Books and More? I hear probably 50% of the time, I hear, no, I haven't heard of them. So we really do need you. It's an amazing opportunity right now. So tell me in the comments, what would you do with an extra $100 in your pocket this month? How about an extra $1,000 each month? It really can be yours, and I'm going to give you an example of the amount of income that you make, and give you really tangible examples. Heidi said, pay bills and save. What if I don't have any friends or connections? Will this still work for me? Well, we can teach you how to make some connections. If you want to, you will really want to make those connections. And we can also teach you how to use social media to grow your network and to also reach new customers that you don't know. So it's definitely possible. It might take you a little bit more time to do. So let's walk you guys through how much you can make by starting your own book business. And this is not factoring in bonuses. So keep that in mind, because there are some fabulous bonuses. And let's take an average online event that does $300 in sales. This is actually a lower average. I wanted to be really realistic for you guys, because and a lot of events do actually more than this. My average is probably $400 in sales. So that's my average. For that, you would earn, so for the $300, you would earn $75. That's a 25% commission rate. If you do 2 events each week, which is totally doable, you'll make about $600 a month. This is just an average, so not guaranteed, obviously, but this is just showing you what can be done. This is about 2 to 3 hours per event. So that's about $25 an hour per home. And I want you guys to remember that this is on your own time. So you really create your own schedule and you work whenever you can. So it's in pockets of time, and really the only time that you are like having to actually sit down or, you know, be on your phone or whatever is the actual event, which is about 30 to 45 minutes. So pretty awesome. And you know, a lot of people do this job or do this business on the side while they have a full-time job. We have nurses, we have teachers, we have doctors, we have, you know, professionals like marketing professionals. So lots of people do this in their spare time. Here's team leader Amy. She was a stay-at-home mom, but her husband was a small private school teacher, and she joined with customers already lined up, ready to help her launch. Because she hasn't had to sacrifice her dream of being a stay-at-home mom, and her husband is able to keep the teacher job he loves. Because it was such a small school, he was actually going to have to, you know, try to get another teacher job because of the small income salary that he was making. But now, because of her income from Usborne Books and More, he's able to you know, just keep that one job. Her children love books even more than technology, and she's able to spend money on extras like date night, anniversary trips, and can do that debt-free with no guilt. She right here, this picture is the first anniversary trip that she took her husband on, that she paid with us for. So pretty awesome. Thank you for sharing, team leader Amy. So Heidi, okay, so Nathaya says, how do I reach the opportunities to conduct book fairs and events? So with the book fairs, I will talk a little bit more about the book fairs in just a minute. And with the events, these events that I just went through, these are online events. So these are like, you know, these are online or home events. So these are online parties or home events. So when you do the events, you can host your own by inviting people you know or advertising online about the event that you're going to host. And there's lots of different kinds of events that you can do. And then what you do on the events is you share about the books, and you share reading tips, and you you know, do some book reviews, and then you know, share your link to shop on the event. And so you can also partner with hostesses. The hostesses will get free books for, you know, inviting people. All they have to do is invite people. You do the sharing, you do the you know, sharing about the books, and then you get the commission and they get the free books, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. And Marina says, would these events be hosted by us, or would a senior consultant help us for those events? So for your first couple events, you have a team leader, and that person will walk you through the process. And if you want to, you are able to do the posts. It's really easy because there's scripts and there's graphics already made. There's also videos already made for you, so you don't have to do your own or anything like that. And for your first event, you can definitely have your team leader post for you if you don't feel comfortable doing it for the first time. But if you want to, there is a step-by-step guide that teaches you how. Also on Facebook, there is the ability to schedule your posts, so you're not having to sit there and, like, you know, be there the whole time posting. So there's, you know, tools that your team leader and the guide will help you with. Okay, so that's about that. So let's talk about ditching your day job and making this business a full-time income. The opportunities are huge in this industry, and it can really help you make your dreams come true. Developing a team and training people on how to start their own book businesses has a lot of perks. The main one being building a consistent income that even most full-time jobs can't provide. Right now, I'm a senior director. So as you can see over in the right, I think it's on the right for you guys, I actually work probably about 30 hours a week, actually. And that's the average income that a senior director makes. So sometimes it'll be lower and sometimes it'll be higher, but that's pretty much right on for me. And these are just some of the different levels that you can earn by building a team. And what does that mean? Well, that means inviting them to something like this. So a web class, maybe I invited you or somebody on my team invited you. So we have lots of tools like this that you can utilize to invite people to learn about the business. And then they join your team and they have access to all of our training materials. And they're part of the team. We do tons of fun things as a team to help train and motivate you in your business. So here are some extra perks that you get. There's more, right? As Vanna White would say, or whoever says that, I forget who says that. But there are so many amazing friendships that have been created in this business just by working together. You know, you develop a relationship with people, and it's really fun to have people that care about you, not just, you know, because you're, you know, developing a business, but as a person, because we get to know each other, right? Free trips. So this year I earned a trip to Hawaii. Lots of people on my team earned it as well. So that's gonna be super fun. And it's in July, which is really, really exciting. Another thing that you get is recognition. Now, I never thought I would like that part because I don't like a lot of attention. But man, when you are a mom and you're just doing the laundry, doing the dishes, and you don't get a lot of recognition for that, right? Taking care of the kids, you know, doing the day-to-day things. But when you're cheered on by your team, I was able to, you know, go to convention and walk on the stage and get recognition from the whole company. It was amazing. It was something I would have never experienced. Or never knew that I would like, right? You also get shout outs, you know, on social media, on your profile. And so that's really fun too, because all your friends get to see what you're doing and what you're building, and how, you know, how exciting it is to have your own business. So that's really fun. Okay, the best part of all of this is that the opportunity can basically be risk-free. Unlike other home businesses, you do not have to purchase any inventory. You do not need to sell a certain amount each month. There are no sales quotas. Everyone always asks me that, even after I say it. They're like, so I don't have to sell like a minimum amount each month? And no, you do not. Okay. Also, your website is completely free for the first 6 months. And I don't know about you guys, if you've ever tried to do your own like shop or website or blog, it can be expensive. So that's a really amazing value right there. It gets even better. You guys get special treatment in your first 8 weeks of joining. You can earn an additional $250 in free books and $100 in cash with bonuses. So pretty amazing. What is the most exciting about starting your own book business? Is it the free books for you guys? Is it the no minimums? Or is it the cash? Let me know in the chat. Okay, I'm not a reader, and I actually wanted to take this up so that I will be developing a reading habit. Will this opportunity be still a fit? Yes, absolutely. There are so many books that our consultants love reading because they're young adult books, and there's history books, and there's so many books. So it definitely will help you read more. And it would help you read more because you'll want to read and then you want to share about the books that you're reading. So definitely will help in that area. Heidi, that's a hard one. Free books, cash, and no minimum. So yeah, it is hard to choose one of those, isn't it? Okay, so why join today? First, there is a special, an extra special bonus that you actually get to earn prizes on. It's called UBAM Bingo. So there are different actions that you can take, and you can earn bingos, and then you get to redeem those for prizes. Like there's like a microphone that you can earn, free book credit, extra free book credit, UBAM swag, gift cards to like Best Buy and stuff like that. So that incentive program has just started on February 1st. So there's lots of time to earn those prizes. Second, you'll be on a team that is in the top in the nation. Once you join, you'll have access to exclusive training and resources to launch your new business, propelling you to achieve whatever dreams you have. There's also special one-on-one coaching group sessions that we have. every month, and lots of opportunities to develop yourself and your business skills. So it's a really amazing opportunity. Not only will you be trained on how to run your book business, but you'll also be trained on, time management and anything that you really need help with, we have training for. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, not only that, you will have access to Facebook marketing training so that whenever you run out of people to talk to, you know exactly what to do. So this is what you get when you start your own book business with us. You have access to exclusive quick start training to teach you how to launch your new business, your own team leader who will help you walk through the training process, 6 months of your e-commerce store and access to your back office ordering absolutely free, books, business supplies, and a consultant manual. Next step, exclusive training for all business programs and opportunities like the book fairs and the vendor events and all those things. Exclusive Facebook marketing training. And this is all that you need to do to get started. So you'll just want to pick the different package. So this is a business kit that you will get. And you can choose the $30 set or the $99 set. The $30 set contains over $100 worth of value. So you also get a $15 book credit. So it's really actually like paying $15 for an amazing set. And then you get to choose a book for $15 or several books for $15 for that. So it's an amazing deal. So the worst that can happen is that you get a kit of amazing books that you will probably use, and then you just try the business. So really that's all that's involved. So if you want to enter to win the free book, you'll want to go to this this link and fill out the survey. So bit.ly/Rise Team App. So if you have any questions, next is the questions. Have any questions at all, please do not be shy. Ask anything. Nothing is a stupid question. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to answer anything. I love that there's no monthly minimum. So I've mainly seen books for younger kids. Are there books for older kids? Could you share the link again, please? Yes, absolutely. So there is a lot of books for older kids, especially our, I love our original, they're called Usborne Originals, and they are classic unabridged versions of the, classic tales like The Jungle Book. What's that other one? It is, oh my gosh, Treasure Island. There's Little Women. There's lots of those. There are some there are some nonfiction books that are for older readers, like our Extreme Adventure series. It's about Sam Fox, and he talks all about survival in different dangerous situations. There's our new Bear Grylls survival handbooks. There are encyclopedias, World War, encyclopedias, geography encyclopedias, and lots more. Okay, I could tell you a ton more. There's this really cool series that we have. They're biographies. They're called Extraordinary Life of, and they're all about famous people like Neil Armstrong, Rosa Parks, Anne Frank, all of those people. And it talks about their life and what they did. So there's a lot of different books like that. Okay, this sounds like something I would want to do, but is it possible to do it a little later in the future and not start right now? Absolutely, Heidi. I'd be happy to help you whenever you are ready to jump in. And can you share the link in the chat? Absolutely, yes. Let me share that in the chat for you guys. bit.ly/Rise Team App. Okay, hopefully that works. Sometimes I need to update it. Okay, do Usborne has grade-wise subjects or workbooks? So they do for younger kids. There are some, there's some new Bear Grylls animal, like nonfiction activity guides. They're like for science and for geography. So science and geography could be covered with those. There's also, like if you're a homeschooler, there's also some math workbooks. We have illustrated, what are those called? Illustrated math, like dictionaries that are actually like textbooks. So you would just follow along through, you know, each one of those lessons in there. There's like, they're divided up by principle, you know, like the equations and, you know, number values and things like that. What else? There are, White Clean books. We have a ton of White Clean books like Cursive, First Math, Time, Telling the Time, and those are things that they could do over and over again. So that's an awesome resource right there. And I'm forgetting some things too, but there are quite a few work type books. Oh, writing. Writing is huge. We have tons of writing books for older kids, like nonfiction writing, comic book writing, poems, poetry, and it teaches them, it actually walks them through, like teaches them how to write, as well as space for them to write in the book. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, I am based in the UK. I joined the British version. So I did not sell. Would it be possible for me to pay to join to access your training? Well, Sally, please let me know. Please contact me via my email. I think you have my email. And I will be happy to help you. Okay, is that anything else? Heidi says, yes, yes. I love it. Okay, if that's not any more questions, I will let you go. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will get you guys entered to win. I'll contact you via email if you win that free book. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon.